In 1912, the world stood on the edge of a new era. Steel replaced wood, electricity replaced candles, and machines began to feel unstoppable. At the center of this confidence stood the RMS Titanic, the largest ship ever built, a floating city, a symbol of human progress. On April 10th, thousands gathered in Southampton to witness her departure. Families waved, bands played. No one imagined this moment would become history's calm before the storm. Titanic wasn't just crossing the Atlantic. She was carrying belief. Below deck, the ship told a different story depending on who you were. First-class passengers lived in luxury rivaling the finest hotels on Earth. Silk carpets, crystal chandeliers, 5-course meals. Meanwhile, deep below, third-class passengers, immigrants from Ireland, Scandinavia, and Eastern Europe, shared cramped quarters. For many, this voyage meant escape from poverty. Yet despite the differences, everyone shared the same belief. Titanic was safe. Too safe. At the helm was Edward John Smith, the most respected captain in the White Star Line. This voyage was meant to be his final one before retirement. Smith trusted the ship. The crew trusted Smith. Passengers trusted them both. But trust can be dangerous when it silences caution. On April 14th, messages began arriving. Icebergs reported ahead. Large fields of ice drifting south. At least 6 warnings were sent. Some were delayed. Some were ignored. Some never reached the bridge. Titanic continued at nearly full speed, 22 knots. The sea was calm. The night was moonless. Perfect conditions for disaster. At exactly 11:40 p.m., a bell rang. Iceberg, right ahead. The ship turned, but not fast enough. Titanic scraped along the ice. Above deck, many passengers barely noticed. Below deck, steel plates buckled. 6 compartments flooded. The math was brutal. Titanic would sink. Captain Smith gave the order to prepare lifeboats. No alarms, no announcements. They didn't want panic. But there was another problem. Titanic carried lifeboats for only half the people on board. Not because of oversight, but because the law didn't require more. Confidence had written the rules. Women and children first. Some men stepped back. Others refused. Many passengers hesitated to leave the warm ship for dark, freezing water. Some lifeboats left half empty. Below deck, third-class passengers struggled to find exits. Locked gates, confusion, language barriers. Time was running out. The bows sank deeper. The angle increased. People began to slide across decks. Panic finally broke through the calm. The ship groaned. Lights flickered. There was no denying it now. Titanic was dying. At 2:18 a.m., the lights went out. Titanic snapped in two. One half disappeared beneath the waves. The other rose vertically, then vanished. In less than 3 hours, the world's greatest ship was gone. Over 1,500 people were left in the water. The cold killed within minutes. Only one lifeboat returned to search. Hours later, the RMS Carpathia arrived. It found lifeboats and silence. Titanic changed the world. Lifeboats for all. 24-hour radio watches. International ice patrols. But her greatest lesson was human. Technology does not replace humility, and the sea does not forgive overconfidence.